today's lesson, we will learn about history and development of computer. The learning outcomes for today's lesson. After completing the lesson, we will be able to categorize development of computer in 3 ages. State characteristics of dark age devices. The history of the modern computer begins with two separate technologies, calculations and programming, and can categorize into 3 ages, that is Dark Age, Middle Age, and Modern Age.
Computers have opened a
Now
magical world
watch
for
a
us in the
video
modern period.
about
We
early
use
computing
computers for various
devices.
purposes like storing information, communicating, and entertaining ourselves. So where did the computer come from? Let's travel back in time to know the history of computers. Around 3,000 years ago, people used the abacus to calculate complex sums. The abacus was the first counting device, or the earliest calculator. It was used to add and subtract numbers. It consists of a wooden frame with rods, each having beads. Counting on the abacus is done by sliding the beads across the rods. It uses the age-old denary number system. The Napier's bones. Then, in 1617, John Napier, a Scottish mathematician, invented a calculating instrument called Napier's bones. Napier's bones consisted of a set of rods with numbers written on them. It was used to multiply and divide numbers. The Pascaline. In 1642, the Pascaline was invented by a French mathematician called Blaise Pascal. The Pascaline was the first mechanical calculator in the world. The Pascaline has wheels and gears. It was used for adding numbers quickly, as the wheels and gears made calculations easier. The Leibniz calculator. In 1694, Gottfried Leibniz, a German mathematician, invented the Leibniz calculator. Unlike the previous machines, the Leibniz calculator could add and subtract numbers as well as multiply and divide using wheels. The Leibniz calculator was considered to be a breakthrough in advanced calculation. The punched card. In 1801, punched cards were first used by Joseph Jacquard, a French merchant in the weaving business, to control a weaving loom. A punched card is a strip of card with holes punched into it. The tabulating machine. In 1890, Herman Hollerith, an American statistician, invented a machine called the tabulating machine. Hollerith used punched cards to provide instructions to the tabulating machine and to store data. This method introduced the concept of storage devices, which led to the evolution of modern computers. The analytical engine. In 1834, Charles Babbage, a British mathematician, designed the analytical engine and the difference engine. Charles Babbage is known as the father of the modern digital computer. The analytical engine could be programmed by giving instructions to it.
Now is a brief table about each device. Spend some time by reading it, that how they work and what is the basic structure. The first device is abacus. It was invented in China about 5,000 years ago. The main function it can perform is addition and subtraction. It is a system of sliding beads arranged on a rack. After the development of paper and pencil, the abacus lost its importance. But nowadays we can see it in the early education classes like in the Montessori, it is used to learning the simple addition and subtraction. Then in 1612, a John Napier made a device which is consisted of 11 rods and numbers are marked on them. It is used for multiplication and division. These are the movable rods through which the simple multiplication and division was performed. Slide rule is basically depended on the idea of the Napier's bones, but the structure is different, that it is consists of the two movable rulers placed side by side, and by arranging these rulers we can get our answer of the multiplication and division. Blaise Pascal in 1642 developed a machine for performing addition and subtraction. It is a brass rectangular box with movable dials. Basically, it was the system of the gears and dials, and by moving the dials, we were able to get the answers of our queries regarding addition and subtraction. Leibniz calculator. It is again based on the idea of the Pascaline. It is a system of gears and dials, but it has one more added operation of the multiplication. In the last, Charles Xavier Thomas de Colmar, he developed a machine named arithmeter in 1820, and it was the first mechanical machine which can perform the basic four operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Thank you.